What if the greatest spiritual text ever written does not begin with peace, certainty, or faith, but with paralysis, doubt, and moral collapse? The Bhagavad Gita opens not with enlightenment, but with a warrior who cannot move, cannot decide, and cannot justify his own existence. The Bhagavad Gita was composed in India sometime between the 2nd century BCE and the 2nd century CE and forms a central part of the epic Mahabharata. Its author is traditionally attributed to the sage Vyasa, though the text itself reflects centuries of philosophical development. Rather than being a book of commandments, the Gita is structured as a dialogue, a conversation between the warrior Arjuna and his charioteer Krishna, who gradually reveals himself as a divine manifestation. The setting is a battlefield, moments before a devastating war. Arjuna surveys the opposing armies and realizes he must fight friends, teachers, and relatives. Overcome by grief and fear, he drops his weapon and refuses to act. This moment is critical. The Gita does not treat hesitation as weakness, but as the starting point of true philosophical inquiry. The question is not simply what Arjuna should do, but how a human being should act when every option seems morally compromised. Krishna's response dismantles Arjuna's assumptions step by step. He begins by challenging the idea that the self is identical to the body or the social role one occupies. According to the Gita, the true self is eternal, untouched by birth or death. This does not trivialize suffering, but reframes responsibility. Action cannot be avoided, Krishna argues, because inaction is itself a form of action with consequences. The Gita then introduces one of its most radical ideas, action without attachment to outcomes. Krishna does not tell Arjuna to abandon the world, nor does he glorify blind obedience. Instead, he presents a middle path where one fulfills duty while relinquishing ego-driven desire for reward. This concept, known as karma yoga, redefines freedom. You are not free when you control outcomes, but when outcomes no longer control you. As the dialogue deepens, the text explores multiple paths toward realization. There is the path of disciplined action, the path of knowledge and discernment, and the path of devotion. Rather than presenting these as competing ideologies, the Gita weaves them together, suggesting that human beings differ in temperament, but all paths converge toward the same truth when pursued sincerely. A recurring tension in the text lies between worldly responsibility and spiritual liberation. The Gita refuses to resolve this tension by eliminating one side. Instead, it insists that transcendence is not found by escaping life, but by engaging fully with it while remaining inwardly unattached. This idea directly challenges both pure asceticism and pure materialism. One of the most psychologically striking moments occurs when Krishna reveals his universal form. Arjuna witnesses a vision of infinite creation and destruction occurring simultaneously. The message is unsettling. Existence is vast, impersonal, and indifferent to individual preference. Yet this revelation does not negate compassion. It places human action within a cosmic order that demands humility rather than control. What makes the Bhagavad Gita endure across centuries and cultures is its refusal to offer simple answers. It does not promise happiness, it promises clarity. It does not eliminate doubt, it teaches how to act despite it. In a world obsessed with certainty, the Gita speaks to those who feel torn between duty, meaning, and conscience. If this exploration shifted how you think about action, responsibility, or inner freedom, support the channel by liking the video and subscribing. And if you want to continue exploring the world's most powerful books on meaning and belief, move on to the next video in this series.